So all of the Gaza fans, them, I know not go happy for hear this. Not go feel overjoyed. It's 60% out of 100%. Vybz Kartel me free. Vybz Kartel me walk back in a society where the whole of we want to see him. And if you now look back, look back on some El Chopper Scott review them. Me I telling you say, yo, everybody deserve a second chance, no matter what the case might be, because the whole of we are human and we have to learn. We have to pay for learn, don't? So viewers and subscribers, a video go around viral, which I don't know if it's spread now yet, but I'm glad El Chopper Scott TV get it because show why audience them and why fads them. Yeah, the lawyer, Christian Tavares, I talk up a bag of thing. You see me I say? And I was my lawyer too, you know, them lawyer they there, you know, man. But when I'm coming at talk, I have to put a smile for El Chopper Scott TV face because I'm not telling a lie, I want the real boss come back a road, come experience. Walk on back out here and see him family again and feel merry, because as me I tell you, them place and a place you stay forever. So viewers and subscribers, check it out, watch what I go on. Remember, hit the notification bell, keep it quick. That's when I always get an upload from El Chopper Scott TV. Bless up on yourself, but do that one late because boy I try post it before every vlogger. Man wicked, big up Amari and Third and them. Who know the thing go? TiVo Parody TV, bad.
Indicated that they had the murder on video. That's not so.
Tell me what happened in court today.
Well, actually, yesterday, the Crown completed their application to have the statements of two main witnesses read into evidence by way of the Evidence Act, which means essentially that because the witnesses weren't coming, they wanted to read the statement into evidence without the witness actually being there. So that was going on from last week, and essentially our argument was that the police have not really done enough to secure the presence of these witnesses, because what the Act really allows for is that all reasonable steps need to be taken before the judge can then decide whether or not the statement can go in. There were some circumstances where it was clear that the police really didn't look for these witnesses. There are persons who are affiliated with the witnesses, their family members, place of address, and the police didn't check. As it relates to one particular witness, from the very early stages we had indicated that we had some concerns about the identity of this witness. Not that the witness didn't exist per se, because I'm sure that there was a real person who had given that statement, but as to that person's identity is what we were trying to ascertain. To no avail. A statement from a particular witness indicated that she had asked the witness about an identification card, some form of identity, and he says that he had lost it. All of our checks throughout the trial proved that the witness had no birth certificate, the witness had no TRN, the witness was not on the voters list anywhere. The three schools that he indicated he attended, there is no record of that witness. There's no record of that person born on that day to those particular parents, which is really what the test would be. I am John Brown, my date of birth is X, these are my parents, I've born and grew up in a particular area, and there is no record of this person. So the judge was really left to determine whether or not he wanted to accept the say-so of this witness, based on the fact that the police were saying they really had no fixed place of address for this witness, so we couldn't find it. And that is really what the case turned on yesterday. And then today the judge just entered a formal verdict. Well, instructed the jury to enter a formal verdict of not guilty. So as far as this case is concerned, he has been found not guilty.
No way it can come back. It's done.
That's the end of the matter.
Amazing.
That's the end of it.
After 2 years plus, this was what the prosecution had to offer. It seems like, you know, for all this time the man has been behind bars, that there must have been a great preponderance of evidence or some reason to hold him for all this time. Were you surprised that that was all they brought to the table?
No, but I think we spoke about this before. I think you and I had a conversation about this before, as to what the strength of the evidence against him in any of these cases. And I think at the time, there was this sort of media frenzy about him being charged for something else, multiple murder charges, this sort of thing. And at the end of the day, he was only really charged for 2 counts of murder, 2 separate murders, and sometime later he was charged for the offense of attempting to pervert the course of justice in relation to one of those murders. From our position from day one was very clear. We didn't believe that they had any witnesses. We didn't believe that the police were investigating the matter properly. And in relation to the second offense, it's really a circumstantial case.
This is the one that's still to be heard.
The one that is still pending. The Crown will not even be in a position to say that this person is really dead.
Really?
Absolutely.
Can you explain that a little more?
Yeah. All right. The basis of that offense is a number of persons, to include Adidja Palmer, beat somebody to death. There's no IC witness to the incident. So all the witness says is that he was in the company of this person. He ran, left the person there, and has not seen him since. That is the height of the Crown's case. There is no body. There's no DNA evidence. There's no video. There's no pictures. I think we had spoken about.
We heard about video, camera phones.
There's none of that. There's none of that.
Wait, can you? I mean, I know I'm asking you to postulate, but can you sort of think as to why within the public's consciousness there was this sort of sense that very specific things were being discussed in terms of evidence, like the camera phone, like the fact that these were, there were all of these different incidents, there were all of these different witnesses.
Right. When we made the bail application the last time, we looked at the issue of the police using the media to prejudice his status as a fit and proper candidate for bail. So, from the very outset, the police indicated that they had the murder on video. That's not so. They brought that to the attention of the judge. They then indicated that they had done some DNA sample testing and that it created a link between Adidja Palmer and the murder. That is not so. They then came and said that they had, I believe, some text messages, some sort of admission